Yes, sir.
But
All
let
right,
me see in
perfect.
the chat. Look, listen, before we gonna get started, I need everybody in the chat comment Wolf if you cowboy. They gave you the Cowboys thing. I need everybody in the chat comment Wolf if you guys are ready to go ahead and learn some information, but also build with us on how you can go ahead and buy real estate, how you can leverage real estate, you leverage life insurance to go and buy the real estate and everything in between. I need you to put wealth in the chat if you guys are ready. I need you to put wealth in the chat if you kind of just in the space where like I need to learn more. I need to do more. I need to make some different things happen.
Mhm.
There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then one other thing I want you guys to do before we kick this thing off in 30 seconds, I need you to take this link that you use to get on here. I need you to share this out with somebody right now. I don't care who it is. Just take the link, close your eyes, and just paste it in one of these messages. Paste it in one of these group messages. Paste it in the Instagram DM. I don't care where you paste it at. Just send it to someone because when people say it's lonely at the top, it's a lot of times it's lonely at the top because you're not connecting with nobody. You're not sharing
Thanks.
on information with nobody. It doesn't cost you nothing just to share this out with somebody. Say, look, listen, I'm on this thing. Look, you should go and join. That's what I go ahead and do. I look, listen, hey, I'm gonna be in this city, or hey, I'm gonna be doing this, or hey, I'm gonna be at this event. I see where I don't, but at least I shared it to you. So as soon as you guys do that, comment done in the chat, so we can make sure you guys did that. But besides that, I think we're ready to get this thing rolling.
I want to add something really quick, really quick before we get rolling, right? So a few things. What I want everybody to do as well, when you are commenting in the chat, there's going to be an option for you to comment for the host or comment to everyone. What I want you to do is comment everyone. That's what I want everybody to do. All right, comment to everyone so we can all see the engagement, the like-minded entrepreneurs, the action takers that's in this room. That's the first thing I want us to do. So there we go. They comment and done. The next thing
Mhm.
is this. I need you to give us your complete undivided attention for the next 90 minutes, y'all. And if you can do that, I need you to type commit in the chat. I want to make sure we got your commitment because the next 90 minutes, we're going to commit to giving you some life changing information. But we need you to commit to making sure that you are locked in. So if you got to go into a separate room, if you got to put your phone on do not disturb, if you need to get on a laptop, like I need your complete undivided attention. We need your complete focus. There we go. Robin committed. Renee committed. Let's get it. That's what I'm talking about. Desiree, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Tawana, Anthony, that's what I'm talking about. So, what's gonna happen is this, right? Boone is gonna get started and he's gonna break down our wealthy framework because we have a full framework to show you how to add an additional $300,000 in net worth and asset value by December 31st of this year. Not next year, not 10 years from now, 50 years. We want to show you how you can do this by the end of the year. So he's gonna break down some concepts, and then I'm gonna come in after that and take it to another level as well and break down his full wealthy framework. So if y'all ready for that, type ready in the chat. And what I'm gonna do, if those of you that's on here right now, and I'm gonna pass it to you, Boom, really quick, just keep your eye close in the chat. Because you're here and you're early, I'm gonna give you my LLC ebook, right? Because we're gonna go through a lot of this stuff, but I'm gonna give you my perfect LLC ebook, and I'm also gonna give you my business acquisition workbook as well, because you're gonna need these resources. And we got some cool bonuses for everybody that does stay to the very end. So, boom, I'm gonna pass it to you, bro. I'm gonna cut like a bandit when you ready to pass me the rock. I'm ready to shoot, but it's time to ball up, bro. Let's get it.
Let's go and get this thing going. So before I want to pull this up. All right, perfect. So there we go. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Look, first and foremost, I want to give you guys your flowers, right? I want to give you guys your flowers, and I want you to put flowers in the chat. Just find somebody's name in the chat and just put flowers and put their name because it's a Wednesday night. Yes, this is live. It's a Wednesday night, and you guys are on here looking to learn, looking to build, looking to grow. I know this may sound like regular, but I'm telling you, this isn't regular. For you guys to connect and build on a Wednesday night when I'm talking, I'm in Philly. It wasn't that bad weather tonight. When people go usually at happy hour, when people are going out watching this TV show, when people are doing all these other things, and you on here right now said, I need to figure out how to make more money. I need to figure out how to build more. I need to figure out how to make more things happen. I'm telling you right now, put agree in the chat if you guys agree with me. There are a lot of people, I'm talking about 99% of people that's out doing some whole other stuff that's not actually going to add to their future. But you're that 1% that's on here like, look, listen, I need to learn, I need to grow, I need to make something happen because I'm in a space where I'm not doing as well as I want to do. I'm not saying that you're doing bad, but you're just not doing as well as you want to do. All right. So I like to make sure we give each other our flowers. That's super important to me. But now let's go ahead and get this thing started. So before we kick things off, I like to go ahead and introduce myself because it's everybody on here. It's 200 people on here. None of y'all probably know who I am. So I want to go ahead and properly introduce myself. My name is Derek Bourne. I'm a real estate investor in Philadelphia. I own millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars worth of real estate. I have done over $10 million worth of transactions from real estate wholesaling, from acquisitions to real estate agents, so many different types of deals. And that's specifically why I want to say that is because I want you guys to understand that I'm 1000% qualified to be able to teach you guys real estate in multiple different avenues. So somebody on here that's been an agent, somebody that's been wholesale, somebody been in here that's an investor. I've done all of those different lanes in some other real estate businesses. So I know exactly how to make money in different lanes. But with that being said, I want to show you the best way to go ahead and build wealth and make cash right now. Common grade, that sounds great. I'm not one person that just went and tried one thing and I'm trying to pour into you. Yo, you have to do this thing. No, I tried multiple things. I can tell you the things that look, this thing works out really, really well. This thing is just okay. This is how you build wealth. This is how you just build cash, and this is how you can do both. And it's important when you go ahead and learn from individuals that's not just a one-trick pony. Very important because there's some people out here that are going to pour into you so much saying you have to do this way. And then when you stop and really ask, why are you only telling me I have to do this way? It's because they don't know any other ways. Comment aha in the chat. That was an aha moment. There's a lot of people, maybe your mom, maybe your dad, maybe your friends, or maybe one of your mentors is saying you have to do this specifically. You only have to do this. You only have to do Airbnb. You only have to go ahead and do this type of real estate. You ask them like, why do I only have to do this? Come to find out they never even tried anything else. So they ain't only talking to you from their own point of view, but you have to talk to people that have wisdom in multiple different things so you can know the difference between what actually works and what really, really, really works. Everybody understand that? Great, 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 great. That sounds great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. And a lot of people see me right now. Oh, you've done millions, made millions, you do all these different types of things. But that is not exactly how it all started, right? So a lot of people go ahead and see, and I'm going to share some with you guys, right? 1 second. Let me share my screen real quick, and I'm going to show you guys. A lot of people see things like this. Hold on, pull it back up. A lot of people see things like this, like, oh man, this is dope. This is one of the properties that we flipped and sold this for $370,000. We made $136,000 on this property, fully fixed and flipped this property. People see this, and I got multiple more, but people see this like, oh, this is dope. This is amazing. I want to do some things like this. I got buildings worth 500,000, 600,000, 700,000. People like, yo, this is amazing. I want to do stuff like this. I love this. But when I want to show you guys, this is exactly how it started. So people are like, yo, I love all this. And the reason why I want to show you guys the difference because it is important. It is extremely, extremely, extremely important for you guys to understand that everybody starts somewhere. Everybody put somewhere in the chat. There we go. This thing was acting funny at first. Everybody put somewhere in the chat. It's super important for everybody to realize that we all start somewhere. This is me back in 2016. I was working at a retirement home called the Hill of White Marsh. And the reason why I make sure I always say this point and bring this picture up because there's someone that's in this same position as I was where we were just trying to figure things out and comment me. And I'm not talking about your dad broke, your dad pop. I'm just talking about in a space where you're in a job where you are not fully fulfilled. You're in a space where you're in a job where you're not actually you're not earning the same as your value. You're in a space where you just feel like the people in your job just don't understand. That was me. I'm working at this job, and I used to use my lunch break from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. just to learn real estate, study real estate, and just listen to real estate to where I could figure out ways to use this 60 minutes to get out of my 8-hour shift. So I was dive into just this specifically. How can I get out of this job? How can I make things happen? Because I was making $10 an hour. So what that means is I was making about $600 to $700 every 2 weeks. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't know where you guys live at, but I know in Philly, that's just not going to cut it. That is just not enough money to go ahead and live if anywhere, unless you're living in Bali, Indonesia, that's just not enough money to go ahead and make it. So I had to go ahead and do something where I could really, really make an impact. And that was not it. And the reason why I chose real estate, I had some type of, lane a little bit in real estate, but the reason why I dove deeper and really, really took real estate as my goal is because I don't have a college degree. I don't have a corporate background. I went to college for a little bit, Penn State, Abington. I had a .8 GPA. That means I went to the first class and I left. And for you guys, if you guys are college graduate, put your college in the chat. I want to say congratulations to you guys because I used to be like, yo, I want to be like that, but it just did not work out for me. But for you guys that's in here that do not have a college degree, that tried college, it did not work for them, or just in general, or if you're someone that graduated college, you're still just not making the money you want to make, I'm letting you guys know there is still a chance. To you, Clark and Lane, I love it. There is still a chance. There are still things you can make happen. I'm gonna be honest with you. All the people that I used to hang out with in college, they used to be like, yo, man, they used to take me a little bit serious to hang out, but not enough serious to go ahead and actually do business or put things together because I was the one playing around, leave, come back, leave, come back, leave, come back. When there's two people that I turned into full-time real estate professionals and then three other people that I helped them buy a house. So it doesn't matter exactly how you start, it's all about how you finish. All them people I went to Penn State with, when they all finish and graduate, all call me today, try to get advice, try to get game, try to put something together and help them become real estate individuals. So it does not matter where you start, it's all about how you finish. So now that we got that right, what I want to share with you guys is how I'm able to go ahead and build wealth and buy properties utilizing strategic strategies that does not have to necessarily rely on credit cards, lines of credit, all those different types of things. Comment me in the chat. You tired of just hearing like, yo, credit this, credit this, credit this. I need credit. I need $100,000 credit. I need $200,000 credit. I need $300,000 credit. And I'm not down credit. Credit is amazing. I have credit cards. I literally just swiped my credit card right before we started this call. But I don't want people to think that, and that's my biggest pet peeve, that if I don't have an 800 credit score, if I don't have a million of credit, I can't get started. And that's false. That is 1000% false. I want to show you guys something, right? So I'm big on buying properties and building wealth. And I just recently, last month, bought a property for my son. I literally just bought a property for my son. I want to show you guys something right here. Literally last month, this is him and I at the closing table buying this property. Everybody put congrats in the chat. But the biggest thing I want to show you guys on this property, I only needed $8,000 to go ahead and buy it. $8,275.16 to be specific, that I needed to go ahead and buy this asset. So somebody asked me in the chat, how? Boom. So you bought a property and this property is worth $160,000, but you was able to only buy it and only need $8,275. Well, how exactly you able to do it? What did you do? How did you make that happen? That just does not make any type of sense to me, right? And the reason why I did it is, one, I want to give my son some wealth that he has because I have my properties. I want to make sure he has stuff on top of that. But the second thing is how I was able to do that is by finding great deals and leveraging formulas that I utilize on every single house. See, the thing is, it's not that people buy bad houses, people buy bad deals. Remember that. It's not that people buy bad houses, it's because they buy bad deals. And the only way you buy a bad deal is if you use the wrong formula or don't stick to the formula, don't stick to the script. So I want to share something with you guys, right? When I go ahead and buy my houses, I utilize a formula called the 65% rule. And when I utilize this formula, lenders and banks are willing to give me 100% financing, or they're willing to give me 90% financing. So that 20%, 25% down payment, I haven't done it in a long time. We get covered 100% or we get covered 90%. And I want to show you guys, just so you understand the truth. This is literally the conversation with the lender right here. You see September 16th. This is recent. From the value standpoint, this loan looks like it makes sense. It's eligible for 100% funding. This is Liam. That's not my name. My name is Derek, as you can see. Liam is the person that lended me the money on this deal, the lender, and they were able to give me 100% financing. The $8,000 that I needed was literally to cover taxes and fees. So if you guys ever go to the dollar store, you don't just spend $1. $1.08, $1.09, $1.20. You're going to pay some type of taxes and fees when you buy something. The same thing when it comes to the house. So for me to buy this house, it cost me $8,000 in fees, and that's the only thing I had to come out of pocket. All right, so real quick, put right in the chat. You ready for me to break down this formula so you guys can see exactly how we're able to do that and get emails like that where we're getting 100% funding. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. I actually got to fix this. So what we do is, like I said, we utilize this formula, which is called the 65% rule. All right, everybody put 65 in the chat. And what this formula means is that the bank is willing to give us 65% of loan to value. So I'm gonna break this down even more. What we do, and just stick with me, I'm gonna break this down specific for you guys. You take ARV times 65% equals all in. Now I know right out the gate, people are like, what the freak did he just say? What did he just type on the board? I have no clue on that. And this is why you get on these classes so we can thoroughly explain this stuff. This is not one of those classes where we just gonna give you a whole bunch of fluff, show you a whole bunch of fancy stuff and say, buy something. No, we want to teach and, comment great in the chat if that sounds great to you. We don't want to just flash stuff in the face. We want you to leave tonight with, okay, I can actually take this and do something with it. Put tired in the chat if you tired of getting on these classes where they give you a whole bunch of fluff for 45 minutes and then like just buy something. No, we actually want to teach you guys some things and help you build some things and help you put things together with actionable steps. So what ARV actually stands for after repair value. So that means after it's repaired, fixed up, it is worth that. So after I make the house, put new floors there, put new cabinets in, and make it so beautiful, it is going to be worth this. And how you guys can figure out what is my after repair value is you go to websites like realtor.com, and you type in your address and you scroll all the way to the bottom. And at the bottom of the page is going to say recently sold houses. What the recently sold houses are going to show you all the houses that recently sold for X amount of price. So you look for the houses that are fully fixed up and see how much they sold for. So the house that's fully fixed up, they might have sold for 300, 400, 500,000, whatever that number is. As long as they are pretty much the same square footage, the same bedroom, the bathroom as yours, once your house is fixed up, it can sell for that. So if the house that you looked at is worth sold for 500 grand and it's 1,300 square feet, and your house is 1,300 square feet, if you make your house look like their house, your house is going to sell for 500 grand as well. Comment got it in the chat if you guys got it. So all we're doing is matching apples with apples or oranges, so that way we're able to put things together. Everybody got it? Perfect. So once we figure out that number, we times about 65%, and that equals our all in. So for my son's house, right, the house is worth $160,000 once it's all fixed up. We times about 65%, and that equals, real quick, somebody do the math. What's 160 times 65%? Comparable pricing. Thank you. We got some smarts in the chat. Like I told my son, he's smarty pants. I love it. I love it. I love it. What is the math? Come on, y'all gotta do some work today. What is the math? What is the math? What is the math? Talk to me. Come on. What is the math? 104,000. 104K. So all in, this number, our all in number is 104,000. So what all in means is how much we buy it and how much we fix it for. How much we buy it for and how much we fix it for. All right. So that means I can buy this house for 100 grand and put $4,000 into it, or I can buy it for 4,000 and put 100 grand into it. I can buy it for 50 and put 54,000 worth of work into it. I don't care how you chop it up. And somebody in the comments, put some numbers together. How much could you buy it for? How much would you fix it for? As long as you equal or are less than 104,000, it makes sense. It is a deal. It is a no-brainer. This is a home run. Take this, run with this. You have something. I love it. I love it. 104. I love it. 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 Perfect, perfect, perfect. So y'all understand. So let's break this down, right? For this specific deal, I bought it for $36,000 and then I'm putting $64,000 into it. So I'm all in 100 grand. So somebody put great, amazing in the chat. I'm even better because I'm $4,000 under the 65% rule. So then I'm even better shape. So I have an extra $4,000 to work with on top of what I already had. So now what we like to do is that bank where you saw the name Liam, I like to call that Little Bank. So a Little Bank is there are 12-month lenders, aka hard money lenders. So what they do is they lend money, no docs, no documentation. They're asset-based lenders where they lend off of the asset. So we don't care too much about you. We care too much. We're more about the asset. But the only catch is their 12-month loan. So they only lend for 12 months. They're not 12. They're not 30-year, 15-year, 40-year mortgages. They are only 12-month loans. Everybody got that? So now we like to call that Little Bank. So once we're done fixing up the house and now the house is worth $160,000. We did the work. We put the $64,000 into it. Now what we do is we call Big Bank. Big Bank is pretty much the credit unions, the Bank of Americas, the Citizens, all the bigger institutions. I personally like the credit unions. That's me. That's a little plug for you guys right there. I like working with the credit unions, and they'll go ahead and do a 30-year mortgage because we only have this for 12 months. But building wealth is keeping things long term. When you sell, you're not building wealth. We sell to go ahead and bring some cash in, but in order to build wealth, we have to keep. Remember, everybody put sell for cash, keep for wealth. Everybody put that in chat. Sell for cash and we keep for wealth. So we sell some things and bring some cash and we take the cash and then we buy stuff to keep. And that's how we build wealth long term. So Big Bank is going to give me a 30-year mortgage, but what they do is they do the 75% rule. All right. So what that means is they're going to take $160,000, what this house is worth, and we multiply it by 75%. Somebody give me that math real quick. What's that math? 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 Real fast. I'm gonna drink my water. I need to add a number before I'm done. Bingo. Thank you, boy. 120 grand. 120,000. So what this means is Big Bank is going to give me a loan for $120,000 max. But real quick in the chat, how much am I all in on my house? How much am I all in on my house? And I got about 7-8 minutes before I gotta go. How much am I all in on my house? Thank you, Eli. I'm all in 100 grand. So Big Bank is going to give me 120,000. And then I'm going to pay back Little Bank of $100,000. How much do I have left over? Somebody put in the chat. How much do I have left over? So then they're going to pay off them for me 20 grand. Exactly. So now I got $20,000 left over. And then when you work with banks, this is for the technical people here. And when you work with banks, they're going to charge you some fees. As we all know, everybody has to make money. So in this deal, it's going to be about $3,000 in fees. So we have $17,000 left over that then gets left over into our bank account, get wired directly to us. And the best thing about this money is that it is tax free. We do not pay taxes on lending money. You do not at all. That is how the government set this up. You do not pay taxes on lending money. So now when we take this to the next level is I take this $17,000 and get wired to my bank, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this right into my son's life insurance. So now I can take the 17,000 and put it directly into his life insurance. So now the tax-free money is going into life insurance, which just keeps doubling and doubling and tripling, which Ramel's going to talk more about. But this is how you take things to the next level. Everybody got that? Drop a fire emoji in the chat. That's some game for you guys. So now we literally took a house where we only needed 8K, pulled out 17K, put it right into the life insurance, and now that's going to go to the moon. But wait, there's more. So now, when we go ahead and have a house and we get a 30-year mortgage, what do we have to pay every single month? Work with me, work with me. We get a 30-year loan. What do we have to pay every single month? Somebody work with me, work with me. What do we have to pay every single month? What do we have to pay every single month? What do we have to pay every single month? We still at 120 exactly. We have to pay a mortgage every single month. And if you guys have been on a class before, you guys already know that when we go ahead and do this, I already put together the numbers. My mortgage payment on this 30-year fixed loan is going to be about $803. So just for the sake of conversation, we're going to have $800, right? That's how much the mortgage is going to be every single month. But we don't pay the mortgage, somebody else. Everybody put in the chat, put somebody else. We don't pay the mortgage, someone else pays the mortgage. So now, in order to go ahead and make sure we have a good deal, I go to this website, which is called rentometer.com. Rentometer is free. Rentometer.com. You put in the address of the house, the bedrooms, and the bathrooms. And then once you hit search, it's going to tell you what the average rent is going for in this area. So the average rent in this area, the median is around $1,750. So now it's going to show us that we can get $1,750 every single month when it comes to rent. So now if I'm getting $1,750 every single month in rent, how much money do I have left over? Tenant brings this in, mortgage goes out. What do we have left over? Thank you. Paul been here before. Paul already know the game. 900, thank you, Paul. $950 that's coming in net every single month. After the principal, the interest, the taxes, insurance, all of those things is paid for, net every single month is going to be $950. So now, and for the technical people, $947, they're in the chat. But now $950, which is going to come in this month, 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 come in this month. Every single month for the next, my son is 4, for the next 12 months times 14 years until I pass this asset right over to him. So think about this, right? He's getting $950 per month that I can go ahead and put into more life insurance. I can put into stocks. I can put into, high yield savings accounts. I can just put into a shoebox. I don't care, whatever. It's just there that he has on top of the 17K that's going to the moon from the life insurance. So this is how we've turned 8K into a multi 6-figure play. Mind you, the house is still worth $160,000. That's going to go up 4% every single year on average. That's just how real estate works. Somebody put a fire emoji if this makes sense. And then the best part about this is all done off of one house. I didn't say you needed 20. I didn't say you needed 30. I didn't say you needed 50. I didn't say you need 100 units. We just did this off of one house. So I want to put this in full perspective, right? Full perspective. Real quick, everybody in the chat, how much how much is your car note every single month? Put this in the chat. How much is your car note every single month? Let's do this. Put it in the chat. How much is your car note? 400, 689. What else we got? 750. What else we got? 800. What else we got? 757. Virginia. We got 550. So I haven't seen yet one person that had a car note over $950. So you mean to tell me one property just got rid of my car problems? Somebody put their car insurance in the chat. How much is your car insurance? How much is your car insurance? Because the reason why I won't put this together is because a lot of people look at life so complicated. You know what financial freedom means? Is, man, I'm free from finances. So I have things that are covering my finances, what allows me to be free. So somebody put 300, somebody put 105, somebody put 368, bundling it with the house. What else we got? Somebody put 121. So now it looks like for a handful of you guys, this is going to cover the homeowner, the car insurance, and the car note. Somebody put amazing in the chat. And this is literally off of one house. So we're not only able to go get 17,000 plus 950 a month to cover our car bill. Imagine if you just did this 2 times. And then you got 17 times 2, and then you got 950 times 2. And then imagine you did this 3 times. And at some point, $950, even if it's only $800 times 3 and 17,000 times 3, life is different. I don't care what you say, that despite what's going on Instagram, despite the people that's saying, look, listen, I need 10 million sitting in a duffel bag, you're getting $900 or $800 times 3 coming in every single plus 17,000 times 3 sitting in life insurance, sitting in high yield, all these different avenues of money just available. Put in the chat, let me know, and I want your honest opinion. Would life be different if you had that coming in just on autopilot? Let me know in chat. Let's just be honest. Would life be different if you had that just coming in on autopilot? And that is the exact reason why me and Mogul enjoy we're having these classes, because we want you guys to understand that wealth is something that you guys can do now. Making extra money is something you can do now. These things are moves and strategies that you do not have to wait 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years to do. You guys can start doing this stuff now. Imagine doing this one time a year. Really quickly, honestly, some of you guys may be making 50, 80, 100 plus $1,000 a year. I just showed you how to make $17,000. Imagine you do this one time a year. That's an extra $17,000 a year. For some of you guys, that's the third of your salary that you don't have to work 40 hours a week for. Put in the chat, makes sense if that makes sense. For some of you guys, that's a third of your salary that you don't have to do 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for it. Make it make sense. So this is why we doing this stuff. So I want to pass it over to my brother Mogul because he's going to show you how to take this money and triple and quadruple it, utilizing life insurance. And now the next property, you don't even have to come out of the 8K yourself. You can use life insurance to go and do that. You don't even have to use the credit card, using life insurance to go and do it. So this stuff can just go to the next level and next level and next level. But I need you guys to make sure you start. Everybody put I'm starting in the chat. If you know for a fact you starting, everybody put I'm starting in the chat. There we go. I love it. Love it. I love it.
Man, yo, bro, super proud of you. Everybody type legacy in the chat real quick. I need everybody to type legacy in the chat because one of the things that you cannot fake, and when we're talking about building real wealth, Boone showed you how he literally bought a property for his son. Like, just let me know, how would you feel if you were able to get assets passed down to you from your parents, or you was able to set your children up where they know they got free and clear assets that they can be able to take and continuously build wealth? Just let me know, how would you feel? Put one word in the chat, how would you feel? Because that's what we are striving for on this class. We want to show you how to not just do it for you, how to do it for your last name, how to do it for your family, and live the life that you deserve. So, Boone, I appreciate you 1,000%. Show them some love, but can I take it up a notch, y'all? Let me know in the chat.
You
Can I
about to
give y'all a
take it
little
up a
more?
whole, you about to take it up a whole nother level. Whole nother level.
Perfect. So appreciate you. I'm gonna jump in here, y'all. I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit more. We're gonna take it to that next level. So Boone showed you how you can literally go buy a property and start generating cash flow and get the equity, the appreciation. You can do all of these creative strategies literally with what you have. But now I want to show you that you can take this money and put it into insurance and then leverage insurance to go and invest and buy already profitable businesses, y'all. So I'm gonna just show y'all. I'm gonna jump right into it because I like the show better than I could tell. So somebody put show me in the chat. Somebody put show me in the chat. I'd rather show you better than I could tell you. Let's get this thing going. Let's see here. All right, perfect. So what I'm showing you right here is actually one of my policies, right? I have multiple policies and I'm gonna break down the different types. You got term insurance, you got whole life, you have IULs. In this case, this is an IUL, Index Universal Life Insurance Policy. But what I want you to look at right here is this number right here that I got highlighted. For the people that can see, I want you to type this number in the chat. And for the people in the back that can't see this, you're going to see what everybody's putting in the chat. What's that highlighted number right there? Let me know. Put it in the chat. There we go. Thank you, Eli. 1.5 million. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Dominique. So look, this 1.5 million is what we call death benefit, which means when I'm no longer here and I pass away, this 1.5 million is going to be passed down to my family trust. So now my family is going to be able to get this money. So yes, it is for when I'm no longer here, but people don't realize that life insurance is not only for when you die, it's also for when you're living. So what I also want you to do for the people that can see this, what's this number right here? This highlighted number right here. Put it in the chat. For the people in the back that can't see, what's that number? Thank you, Eli. Thank you. 319,000. Thank you, Sharon. So not only do I have a death benefit when I'm no longer here, I can pass it down to my family, but the cash value is what I utilize today. Somebody type today in the chat. The cash value is what I utilize today. So I invest, I put money into my policy. So if you're with Boone and you get a property and you make money from real estate, you can put money into your policy and it's going to grow compounded interest in your sleep. That's really what we call mailbox money, passive income, because this grows every single day passively in your sleep. Now, here go the game. The game is this. I take this money and I can go and get a line of credit against it. So what I'm able to do is make my money work for me 2 times. So I pull this money out and I go and I buy business. I go and I invest in some properties. I can go and invest in the stock market. I can go and create cash flow. Somebody type cash flow in the chat. Now, the cool thing about this is when I pull this money out, it still grows compounded interest because I'm just leveraging it as collateral. I'm only borrowing against it. Does that make sense? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no? Does this make sense? So I'm borrowing against it to go and invest. Y'all with me? So let me just give y'all an example even further. If I could show you, somebody type show me in the chat. Somebody type show me in the chat, y'all. So I'll show y'all this. So what I do, I go out there and I buy already profitable businesses. And what I specialize in is self-storage, right? So this right here that I'm going to show you is a HUD for a self-storage facility that I just purchased maybe like a couple months ago. As you can see, this is the name of the facility. But what I want you to look at right here, right? The purchase price was $450,000, right? You see that contract sales price? Now, I did what is called seller financing. So the seller acted as the bank and owner financed 250,000 of it. So I only had to come to the table with 200,000. Well, those of you that's picking up what I'm putting down, where do I get the 200,000 from? Let me know in the chat. Where do I get the 200,000 from? Let me know. The policy, thank you. So what I'm able to do is borrow against my policy, take the 200,000, and I go and buy that self-storage business, and I put that $200,000 down, and I buy a business that's making me money day one. That is the blueprint. That's our wealthy framework. We're gonna put this money into the insurance. We're gonna leverage against it to go buy a business that's bringing you money day one. Somebody type day one in the chat. I said I want to show y'all in real time because like a lot of this stuff, people talk about it, but this is what we do in real time, right? So let me also show you this. So this is one of our merchant accounts, right? So this is one of our merchant accounts, and as you can see here, every single day we get paid. So imagine you being able to buy a business and it's already bringing in $15, $20, $30,000 a month. I could infect this if I wanted to. You can see the dates. Every single day, we're making money from a business that is already set up with the systems, with the marketing, with the customers. I don't got to reinvent the wheel. Are y'all following me? See, we've been told how to build wealth all wrong. They told us to go out there and start a new business from scratch. But what most people don't realize is that 90% of businesses fail within the first 10 years. That means that if you are starting a business, you have a 90% chance of actually failing. That's the truth. So what we like to do is instead of going out there and reinventing the wheel, let me go buy a business that somebody else already put the time in. Somebody else already built the systems. Somebody else already have a customer base and figured out marketing, and I can go buy what they already built. Does that make sense? So I'll give you an example of like some websites you can actually go on. Because some of y'all probably thinking, Mogul, why would somebody sell me a business that's making $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month? Well, there's a term called baby boomers. And baby boomers are anybody that's been born between 1940 and 1960. And we know Father Time catches up with us, right? So these baby boomers are in their 70s and 80s, and they are looking to retire. They are looking to retire. So they're looking to pass down their business to somebody like you and I. And it doesn't even need to be a retirement. There's some business owners that they may be going through a divorce and they need to sell their business. They may have some career change or some health issues. It's different motivational factors that's going to help them decide, hey, I want to sell this business. But it doesn't mean that the business is not making money. So let's do it. So here's some liquidating. There you go. That's another reason why. So one of the platforms you can go on is called bizbuysell.com. You can go to bizbuysell.com and you're going to click buy a business. And let's say I want to search for a business to buy. It's several businesses. Now you want to buy the right business. So we like to buy businesses that's going to make money no matter what the economy is doing. So that's why we like to buy self-storage businesses, because it's backed by real estate. And no matter what happens in the economy, self-storage is going to thrive. We like to buy HVAC companies because we know at the end of the day, no matter what happens, people are going to need HVAC services. right? We want to buy recession-proof businesses. So let's just keep going there. I'm gonna pick a business for y'all right here. Let me pick a business and see what we could find. All right. Matter of fact, somebody put a state in the chat. Somebody put your state in the chat. I want to do this in real time. Put your state in the chat. Texas. All right, somebody said Texas, so let's do Texas. Let's see what they got going on in Texas, y'all. So they got a plumbing company. Not only that, let's keep looking. They got a pool cleaning. We don't really want to do no pool cleaning. They got an ATM business, which is crazy. That's another proven business where you can make a lot of money. Turnkey ATM business. So look, think about this, y'all. Let me click this. You mean to tell me that they are offering you, they are selling this business for 1.3 million. All right. But the business is bringing in $491,000 a year already because they already have locations, already have customers. Look, they already have 256 high traffic locations. 256 machines in high traffic locations. So you're buying money. You're buying money. Does this make sense? Let me know in the chat. Now, some of you may be thinking, Mogul, boom, $1.3 million. I don't know how I'm going to get that type of money. Well, you can do it multiple ways, right? One of the ways that you can do is you can go and you can apply for what is called the SBA 7A loan. Yes, they are still lending right now through the government shutdown. Hopefully, this continues to stay the same. But it's called the SBA 7A loan, where they will literally lend you. Let's see. I'll show you where it says this at. Cool. So the SBA is a small business administration program providing financial assistance to small businesses. So if you're buying a small business, they will lend you up to $5 million. Look what it says right here. They will lend you up to $5 million, y'all. And they'll give you a 25-year term, which is damn near unheard of in commercial real estate. But one of the best things I like about it is that we can look at it right here. SBA 7A loan down payment. Let's find out what that is. Right here. What that say right here, y'all? Let me know. What that say? What does this say? What's that highlighted number? How much you got to come to the table with? For the people that can see this. What's that number? 10%. So all you got to do is come to the table with 10%. Let's backtrack. So if I want to go buy this ATM business that has 256 machines, that's bringing in almost $500,000 a year, $32,000 a month profit, what's my down payment on 1.3 million? Where my mathematicians at? What's my down payment on 1.3 million? What's my down payment? $130,000. So let's bring it all together. So you mean to tell me that with as little as $130,000, I can go buy a $1.3 million business that's bringing in $32,000 a month profit? And then you probably think, okay, how do I get that $130,000? This is where put a 1 in the chat if you have a home with some equity in it. Put a 2 in the chat if you have your money in a 401k. Put a 3 in the chat if you have some money in the stock market. Put a 4 in the chat if you actually have some good credit and you can go apply for some business credit cards. See, it's many ways that we can come up with the money, but we just don't know how to go get it. So I can show you how to get a series of business lines of credit and credit cards for that down payment. I can show you how to pull the money out of your house through a HELOC for that down payment. If you got money in your 401k, you pull that money out, but you're going to turn it into more cash flow. We should never have our money sitting. Wealthy people don't spend money. Wealthy people move money. Is this making sense? I hope I'm giving y'all value. If I'm giving y'all value so far, drop a fire emoji in the chat. I know I'm giving you so much. I'm throwing all this at you, but I want to make sure I'm giving you as much value as possible, y'all. That's what I want to make sure of. I want to make sure I'm giving you as much value as possible. So can I keep going? Can I keep going? All right, cool. Let's keep going. I'm not done yet, y'all. So what I want to break down to you is called the wealthy framework. So let's go into insurance a little bit further. Let's break down insurance a little bit further, all right? Now, there's different types of insurance policies, right? You got term, you have whole life, you have IULs, you have convertible terms, you have corporate VULs. It's so many different products, but these are the top three that I want to talk about. So we should all have term insurance. It's mandatory. This is not optional. It's mandatory for us to have term insurance. Now, term insurance is only insurance. It doesn't have cash value. So what I shared with you earlier, that 319,000, that was a whole life. Term does not have cash value. But we still go get term for multiple reasons. For one, at the very minimum, it's the most affordable type of insurance. So for as little as $100 a month, you can get $1 million policy. Put me in the chat if you're willing to put $100 to the side to be able to say, okay, when I'm no longer here, my child will have $1 million. My wife will have $1 million. My husband will have $1 million. My niece, my nephew. Because if you come from where I come from, I'm just going to be real. I only know how to be real. If you come from where I come from, we don't get insurance. And when our family members pass away, we got to go do GoFundMes. We got to go do fish fries. We got to beg, borrow, steal. If you can relate to that, somebody type relate in the chat. And that's only if you relate. I come from this. We didn't even have the money to bury my grandmother that sat with me. All because we wasn't able to put $100 a month to the side and we spend that on Uber Eats and DoorDash. We go to the club and spend that. We spend that on our haircut, on your weave. And we can't carve out $100 a month to make sure that we could pass down wealth. This is the easiest way to pass down wealth. Somebody type easy in the chat. Somebody type easy in the chat. This is the easiest way for you to pass down wealth to your family. It's simply by carving out $100 a month to get $1 million policy. Now, this is typically for a 10 to 30-year term, so it does expire if you outlive it, which is fine. Which at that point, we will put you in what is called a convertible term policy, and that's a whole other class where you can convert your term into a whole life. Now, the second reason why we get insurance, let's bring it back to Boom. Let's bring it back to this business that I showed you, right? So if you bought this business for 1.3 million, right? And you took on a loan for $1 million, y'all with me? So you got a loan for $1 million and you bought this business. Well, God forbid when that time comes and you pass away, if you have $1 million policy, that policy will kick in and pay off all the debts on your business. So now you pass down a business to your family free and clear. You pass down a property to your family free and clear because it pays off all the debts on the mortgages or notes that you have. That's why every time we take on debt, we want to make sure we get term insurance to match the amount of debt we're taking on. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? I know we're giving y'all a lot, but we will be doing you a disservice if we don't show you how possible it is. How you are so much closer than you actually think. Now we have whole life insurance. Now this has cash value, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive. So you may have to pay $500 a month for $1 million policy. But let me know in the chat, who's willing to invest $500 a month to get $1 million policy that grows compounded interest? That money that you put into that policy every month, it grows compound interest called cash value. And it's permanent, so it's for the duration of your life. And you can borrow against it. And this is what I love about whole life and IULs. You never lose money. Somebody type never in the chat. This like, if you put your money in the stock market, yes, you can make 30, 40, 50%, 100% returns, but you can lose 150% as well. So it's a gamble. But when it comes to insurance, you do not lose because there's a floor. So your cap may be 10, 12% growth, but you're not going to go past what you invested either. So it's a safe place to have your money stored. But the reason why I like it is because I put my money there to store it, but I'm still able to aggressively borrow against it to go and invest in the markets or in assets and businesses to give me aggressive growth. And it's tax-free. So you want to make sure you go get a term, you get a whole life, and you get an IUL. Now, what I'm about to do, I'm gonna have to have a real conversation with everybody here, and this may challenge everything that you've been told about your financials and your investment plans and your retirement plans. Let me know in the chat, how many more years do you have left until you retire? Let me know in the chat. I just want to kind of get a check. How many more years do you have left until you retire? 15 years, 3 years, 19 years, 20 years. Okay, 5 years. So we got a good range of people. Okay. Now, if you have a 401k, put a 1 in the chat if you have a 401k. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a 401k. Now, don't fight me on this. Well, actually, listen, it is what it is. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. If you have your money in a 401k, this is the worst place you can have your money. It's a financial jail. It's a trap for your money. Matter of fact, I want to ask you, those of you that have a 401k, yes or no, are you happy with your investment? Are you happy with what your 401k is doing? Is it actually performing? Absolutely not. That is why this is the worst place for you to ever have your money, because it's limited access. So you can't even really touch that money without penalties until you're 59 and a half. So let's put this in full perspective, right? Let's say those of you that said, I got 20 years to retire, I got 15 years to retire, and even those of you that got 2 years, 3 years to retire. Over the last 20 years, you've been invested into this 401k. Every single paycheck, you put in $25, $75, $150, whatever that number is, you're putting all this money into a 401k only to realize that you have no control. Only to realize that Wall Street and your employers have all the control of your money. Because when it grows, let's say you grow that 401k to about $200,000. Let's just give some rough numbers, right? Let's do some math, right? I'm gonna break this down to you, Eric. Let's say that money grows to $200,000, right? And after 59 and a half, you decide I want to take this money out. Do you know that you are taxed on the growth of that money? So every single day that your money's growing, you're losing money. Let's do some math. My mathematicians, right? Let's say you get 200,000 and you're taxed at 25% on the low end. Somebody do some math. What's 25% of 200,000? What's 25% of 200,000? Where my mathematicians at? Thank you, DK. That's 50,000. Thank you, Eli. 50,000. So you might as well deduct 50,000 off the 200,000, because immediately when you get that money, 50,000 disappears. Straight off the top, you're done. 50,000. So now you at 150,000. And if you've been putting this money into that account for 20 years, you got to account for the cost of living and inflation. So 150,000 is not the same as it was 20 years prior. So really, you're probably walking away with about $100,000. Do you know that the average person that has a 401k retires with less than $100,000? What part of the game is that, Ted? Exactly, I'm talking. What part of the game is that, Eli? So if you look at the real numbers and you start to ask yourself, if I'm investing into this 401k and over 20 years I get 200,000, but I only walk away with 100,000, that means I traded my time for the last 10, 15 years. I work for free. Who want to work for free for 15 years? Let me know. What part of the game is that? Then they charge you all of these fees, and you subject to all the market risk. If you had your money in the market over COVID, it damn near disappeared. It's up and down. Thank you. Desiree, you got to cut the IRS a check. So this is what I would recommend everybody do if you have your money in a 401k. What I would recommend you do, you can roll it over into an IRA. That's one thing that you could do. You can roll it over into an IRA, or you can just pull the money out and get hit with the penalties now, but you have control over your money. So let's do some quick math again. Let's bring it back. Let's say those of you that have money in this 401k, you pull that money out, that 100,000, that 200,000, you pull it out and you pay those fees early. But if you went and took that 200,000 and you purchased the ATM business that I just showed you, that's bringing in $32,000 a month. Let's do some math. 32,000 a month times 12, that's $384,000 a year. You do the math. How much money would you truly make over a 20-year span? If you didn't invest in your 401k any further, and you said, I'm gonna go buy a business instead, I'm gonna invest in real estate instead, how much money would you make over 20 years if you're bringing in 300 plus $1,000 a year? Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Eli. So, can I give y'all the real truth? This is the sad part. That's the type of money that your employers make, because they have you invest and then they take their money and they go invest in the market. They go invest in businesses. They put the money in insurance. So you go work 40, 50, 60 hours a week for 40 years, busting your ass to put the money in a vehicle that they control. So they making the money off of you and cut you a little piece. They go make 10 million and cut you 100. Instead, you can be in control and you go make the money. But we have to have the information. Thank you, Sharon. Totally insane. Was this valuable for y'all? And some of y'all asking questions, right? I'm seeing the questions in the chat. You asking, how do you pull the money out your 401k? How do you roll it over into an IRA? How do you find these businesses? You know, how do you find these properties? I see all of you asking these questions, and we only have but so much time. Let me know if you actually just need more. If you like, yo, look, this is a lot, but I got more questions than what I'm asking now, and I need some more time. Type more in the chat. Thank you, Jacqueline. They don't teach this in school. Type more in the chat. I know, and I'm going to be completely transparent with you, right? See, those of you that truly want more, this is where we separate the serious from the curious, because I remember when I was once here and I had my money locked into a 401k and I took that money out and I paid the penalties. But that money I used, it was $40,000. I took out my 401k and I put it into a 6-unit apartment building that I paid $110,000 for. That apartment building brings me $6,000 a month and is worth $575,000. I made way more money by buying my property versus leaving it in our 401k. So those of you that truly want more, do I have your permission to share an opportunity with you where you could work more intimately with me, Boone, and Joy, where we could break down these concepts a little more detail, more further, where you could ask us questions and we could see your face on the screen and we could really advise you a little bit more and guide you, just be a little more intentional and intimate, and just give you more time. Do I have your permission? They said yes. All right. So I want to bring up my brother Boone, and I want to present an opportunity to you. For those of you that actually are serious and you want more, I'm going to present an opportunity to you where you can join us for an accelerated mentorship week. For a full week, we have our accelerated mentorship wealthy experience week with myself, Boone, and Joy. We're going to be teaching you this framework and more. You're going to have Q&A sessions. We're going to be able to really break down where you find these businesses, the nuances of the policies, how to evaluate these properties. Like, we're going to go full-fledged for a full week. Somebody type me in the chat if you like, look, sign me up. I don't even know what the investment is, but sign me up, because this free class was valuable. I can only imagine what a full week is like. They said sign me up. So look, this
They
is
said ready, especially at the stuff you was talking about, man. I already know they ready.
This is the even crazier part, bro. See, we want to make this accessible for you. We want to give you what is called a hand up, not a handout. So it's not free, but we want to send the elevator back down and bring you up. So for a full mentorship week with myself, Joy Hunt, and Boone, it's an investment of only $397.
Crazy.
Somebody type only $397 in the chat. That's it. It's an investment of only $397. And it starts November 9th, that full week, every single day. And I'm about to give this opportunity for those of you that said you wanted more, but I'm going to make it even sweeter. I want to make it a no-brainer opportunity, so I want y'all to be ready. Curtis said, not effing bad. That's a steal.
Not bad at all.
So look, this is we're going to make it even better, Curtis. we're gonna give you $100 grant. So there's gonna be a code, and the code is gonna be legacy. We're gonna put it in the chat. And when you put that code in, there's gonna be $100 that's gonna be granted towards your purchase. So today only, you'll be able to invest $297 to join us for our accelerated mentorship week, y'all. Only
Crazy.
$297.
Crazy.
So I think they ready, bro. Unless you got something, but like we're about to drop the link. I hope they. y'all ready? Y'all ready? Put drop the link in
Wait,
the
wait,
chat if y'all
wait,
ready for
wait,
the
wait,
drop the
wait,
link.
wait. Before we drop the link, I want to make sure we all on the same page. Real quick, I'm gonna ask you guys 2 or 3 questions. And this is going to help us understand and justify if you are qualified and ready to go and be a part of this.
Mm.
Everybody put ready in the chat if you guys are ready. I got 2 or 3 questions I want to ask you to make sure you are qualified because we know we are qualified to teach you guys, but are you guys qualified to actually learn? So first question in the chat and put yes, just comment yes if this is you. Are you someone who know they have more to give in life and want to go ahead and give more in life and know for a fact they are ready to go and build more in life? Put a yes in the chat. All right. The second question is, if you know for a fact that what you're doing right now is not going to take you to that dream life, put yes in the chat. And the last question I have, if you are fully 100% ready to learn the non-traditional way, I'm talking about not let me go to college, do 4, 6, 8 years, learn from somebody that's a professor that graduated the same school like you're going to, but they never actually did anything. But they just want to go ahead and talk to you in front of a lecture and just share some game. You're ready to learn the non-traditional way from people that say, look, listen, let's spend 5 to 10 years doing it, and then let's talk about to people how we actually did it. So if you say yes to all those things, you are 100% qualified and ready to go ahead and actually learn. We already know that we're qualified to teach, but you are 100% qualified to learn. So if that is you, you have the opportunity to go ahead and build with us during our Wealthy Experience Week. We're going to show you guys how to buy real estate in a specific way. We're going to show you how to use life insurance in a specific way. We're going to show you how to build businesses, structure your businesses, and protect your businesses in a specific way. And we're going to be doing this over a 5 to 7 day span. We're also going to be showing you guys credit. We're going to show you guys grants. We're going to show you guys every single thing. And when I say this, I mean this is the last class you will ever need in your life. This is the last mentorship. This is the last program. This is the last experience you are going to ever need to go ahead and put every single thing together. So, and it starts November 9th, but we have some bonuses that we're going to be giving you guys up until then. If you guys are ready for this, drop the link in the chat. And I got some other things that we're going to add in, but I want to make sure you guys are ready. Before we even give the little specials and bonuses, I want to make sure the bulk of it, you like, I'm ready for this. Yes, we're going to go. It's going to be a day just on business structure. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So I want to make this clear too. Last thing, for the first 10 people that go ahead and get their spot, you're going to be able, that code is going to work for those first 10 people. So first come, first serve. That code, that legacy is already signaled to work for the first 10 people. The second thing is the first 10 people are going to get my business real estate fundamentals course, showing you how to buy, how to find, how to fund everything when it comes to real estate. The third thing is I'm going to give you guys access to my full-blown event space course. Both courses are $1,000 each. You guys are going to get that for free. This is for the first 10 people. So the system is triggered. Once you hit the 10, it's not going to work anymore. So I want to give you guys fair, full range of going to do this. So when you guys are card in hand, ready to go, comment, I'm ready now. And then we're going to count down. That way everybody's a fair shot to go and be that first 10. I'm ready now. 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 All right, bro, let's count this down, man. I think they're ready. Card is hand. They ready. They situated. And just show them how to check out so they can just see. Just show them how to check out real quick.
So when we drop this link, we want to make sure y'all ready. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna click join the wealthy experience. You're gonna put your information in there, right? And once you do that, you're gonna secure your seat. And when you go and secure your seat, you're going to go down and you're gonna put in the code legacy. You're gonna click apply. And once you do that, boom, it takes off 297. So that's what we want to make sure we do. We're gonna use that code and we're gonna lock in. So let's do the countdown, bro.
All right,
Let's do the
5,
countdown. 4, 3,
Three.
2, 1.
All right,
Drop
team, go
the link,
ahead.
drop the link, drop the link, drop the link, drop the link. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. And look, and while y'all locking in your spot, make sure you comment I'm in where you're in. But even further than that, what you can do is leverage platforms like Klarna, and you can even break down your payment into 4 interest free. So as little as $74.25, 4 payments you could join in. You could do Afterpay
Crazy.
for as little as seven. So some of y'all, I see somebody say, I only got 200 right now until tomorrow. Well, $74 right now until just get in the door, because you want to make sure you take advantage of this and you get this discount, and you make sure you get the bonuses that Boone is breaking down or giving to you. And not only that, right? Like, it's not just myself, Boone, and Joy. We got Dana Christian coming in here teaching you business funding, everything you need to know in regards to business funding. We also have Stormy Banks, who's the best in the business when it comes to grants. So we're going to show you how to not only get the bank's money, we're going to show you how to get that free money.
For
And then we got the
sure.
best in the business when it comes to, we're going to talk about insurance and listen, everything wealth building, y'all. So it's a full mentorship week. It's going to be powerful. And I just want to really see who's in here. I want you to lock in your spots. Type I'm in the chat.
And then once you
Hold,
go ahead and lock and confirm, just put I'm in Keith. Congratulations. And then one thing too, when you see somebody put I'm in, I need you to go ahead and congratulate them. We're a team, we build it, and your business partners in. So if you see somebody put congratulations, just congratulate them as well. Because like I said early in the day, everybody not on this right now. You part of the 1%. I'm telling you, 99% of the people are just not on this right now. I promise you that. So you are doing something that 99% of people are not going to do right now. I promise you that. Congrats,
so
congrats, congrats.
let's add something to this. Let's make this even more powerful, because Boone is throwing you a lot of bonuses. You get his real estate course, his event space course. So I seen some of y'all in the chat asking about this 401k and how you roll it over to an IRA, and you was asking about the insurance. If you feel like you need more direct insight, like not waiting until November 9th, you need somebody to help coach you through insurance and give you some advisory around your finances immediately, just put me in the chat. Just put me in the chat. So what me and Boone was able to do, because we have a financial advisor. The truth is, only 15% of the world can actually afford a financial advisor. This is why most athletes go broke. Over 75%, people that get hit the lotto, over 75% go broke because they don't have somebody that is licensed to help advise them. So what
Yeah.
we've done is we have our licensed financial advisor that manages 7 and 8 figure clients. We was able to get him, and it costs $2,000-3,000 an hour. But complimentary, as a bonus, you're gonna have your own financial advisor that's gonna start immediately this week. And actually, this Friday, there's gonna be a call where you can actually get guidance and really understand the nuances around your finances from a licensed financial advisor, y'all. So we're gonna do that as a bonus.
You
Bonus,
hear that?
y'all. Crazy. And one more thing I'm gonna give them. One more thing I'm gonna give them. Because again, we want you to move now. Some of y'all probably
Hmm.
waiting on the fence, like, oh, November 9th, I got a couple weeks. No, we want to make sure when that time come for the mentorship week, you already got wins. You already setting up your policies. You already getting funded. You already looking at deals.
Hmm.
So it's time to just press play and go hit the ground running. So what I'm
Hmm.
also going to do, I'm going to give you access to my school community for 30 days, complimentary. This is all included in this 297. So when you join, you're going to get access to my community,
That's
and
crazy.
this community is insane. You got a bunch of resources that you could go in here and be able to take advantage of. And I just want to show y'all this really, really quick, because again, we think this stuff is not real. We think this stuff is really not real. So let me just show you, right? Look, one of our students right here in Philly, in Boone City, right? One of our students bought a dry cleaning business that's bringing in about $6,000 a month, day one, and she did it utilizing her Infinite Bank, which is her insurance policy. So exactly what I'm telling you, what I'm breaking down, we have students that do it every single day, so you can actually do it. I'm breaking this down for you because a lot of times we think it's further away than we are really from that goal. We're closer than we think. So with what you have right now, you can be able to do it. Another mentee right here, she purchased her pack and ship business with $5,000 out of our pocket, and this is bringing in about $10,000, $12,000 a month, like immediately day one. So you're going to be a part of this community. You're going to get access to a lot of the trainings and the resources and be able to go through this. I see some of y'all asking about credit. We're not even going through credit right now, but inside the mentorship and inside the community, you get a lot of resources when it comes to credit and all of the cool stuff. So I just want to make sure, like, if you pass up on this opportunity, that tells me that you really don't want to build wealth for you and your family. That tells me you're not serious. That
Come
tells me
on.
that you truly are just running away from the money because we're giving you everything so you can succeed. So that's what I got, bro. I don't know if you got something for them. And oh yeah, matter of fact, let's congratulate them one more time. So I see I put in the chat. So if you locked in your spot, type I'm
If you
in. Whether
logged in
you
your spot,
or not.
comment I'm in so we can personally see you and we can personally congratulate you. Eli, Elmas, congratulations. Keith, congratulations. Julie, congratulations. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Once you went in and locked your spot, say I'm in so we personally can go ahead and congratulate you guys. DK, congratulations. Jazz, congratulations. I think we might have hit Jabril, congratulations. I think we might be at 8 or 9. You know what we're gonna do is, team, can you guys go ahead and really quickly before it glitches, can you guys go on the site and just go ahead on the back end and just add 5 more people? If you comment yes in the chat. If you guys want us to add 5 more so that code can go ahead and work. Team, can you just go ahead and add 5 more? Just all we got to do is simple. We can just change on the back end and take it from 10 to 5. So if you're someone that just need 5 or you need 2 more minutes to go, you can, because at this point I think we're at 9. So one more person is going to close it out. I mean, not close it out. You're still gonna be able to get it, but you just won't be able to get the bonuses. Won't be able to get that discount. So now, team, just add 5 more so that they can go ahead and do that. But one other thing that I want to go ahead and say is, it's time to go ahead and make a difference. But in order to make a difference, you're gonna have to start doing something different. When I heard one of my friends say this, he said something right. You can't lead where you didn't go.
Mm,
and you
mm,
can't and you can't teach what you don't know. Like, we want to go ahead and start growing and building and start teaching the younger generation, putting other people on, or just doing some more things for ourselves. But if we don't know it, we don't know it. If we haven't been there, we haven't been there. So the best way to go ahead and get somewhere you don't know is to go behind somebody that's already been there. That's
mm.
the best way. I don't know too much about the life insurance. Let me talk to Ramel. He's already been there. He's already doing it. So I can make sure that I don't mess up. Yo, I had this guy, right, Moog. And it's cool, right? Cool in the chat. If it's cool, if I can tell Moog a story. But I was some game for you guys. But I'm gonna talk to him about this. Put cool in the chat. That's cool. So Moog, I had this guy, right? One of my mentees. He joined my mentorship program, right? He paid me 15,000. Joined my mentorship program, and literally our first call we ever had, I literally saved him about $20,000. First call, 10 minutes in the call.
Mm,
So, and you never tell a story without making a point. Never make a point without telling a story. So I'm on a call with him, right? Boom, and he's about to close on 2 properties. He's about to close on 2 properties within the next week. So he just wanted to get with me right before he closed on the properties. And I think how he did. And when he went and talked with me, he showed me the deal and the numbers. I'm like, this deal's overpriced. He like,
mm,
how's it overpriced? I'm like, yo, this deal's overpriced. You need to go ahead and do, change these numbers. So I told him what to say to the seller. I told him what he needed to do. Boom, instantly got the price cheaper.
mm,
So he got the price down $10,000. That's number one. The second thing is the contractor. When you talk with a lender, you have to give the lender your numbers and everything. And they can approve the budget. The budget he had for the property was about $100,000 that he needed to fix it up. And I'm
mm,
looking at the budget, and I'm like, I do houses this size all the time. It's not gonna cost you 100,000. It's gonna cost you around like 70. And he said, "No, this my cousin is a contractor. He not gonna get over me." I'm like, "Bro, I'm not saying he gonna get over you,
mm,
but that's a little high." Went
mm,
ahead and talked with the contractor, did the numbers, and I said, "Look, listen, I just need you to tell him that, hey, I'm gonna go another way. The price is just a little too high."
mm.
Why he did that? His cousin went from 100 to 80.
Oh my goodness.
Why he sent his cousin the message? I sent him a message, copy and paste and send it to your cousin. The cousin said, "Look, listen, I can still do the job. Look, let's still work together," and drop the budget from 100 to $80,000. So
Crazy.
he literally saved $20,000 plus $10,000. Then this is number three. I said, look, listen, this lender charging you too many fees and too many points. I connect them to another lender. The lender charged him $4,000 less in fees.
Wow.
So he went from saving 20,000 to 10,000 to 4,000. So he saved
Wow.
$34,000 off a 1 hour phone call off of making a $15,000 investment.
Mm,
So sometimes
mm,
mentorship is not also about how we make money, but how we make sure we don't lose money.
mm,
Drop a fire emoji if that didn't go over your head. So y'all think about 397, 297. Think about all the things you won't be able to get access to, all the things that your money you're going to lose if you don't actually get the information from somebody that's already been there.
mm, mm. Man, that's powerful. That's powerful because a lot of times I love that you shared that, bro, because a lot of times people invest or be afraid to invest in mentorship because they feel like, oh, I already know what that is. Or I could go on YouTube. Or I got AI, I got ChatGPT, I could Google all this stuff. What you can't Google is the experience that Boone has. What you can't Google is the experience that I have. What you can't YouTube or use ChatGPT for is the experience that Joy has. So Joy has 2 decades of experience. She done seen every part of business. So it's not only about teaching you what she do know, it's about also teaching you the losses that she actually had so that you won't have it. That's what Boone just broke down. Saved them 30 plus $1,000. So we're coming together collectively to give you a full week of what we've been able to build over the last 12, 15, 20 plus years for only $297.
Hmm.
It's really a no-brainer. And I want everybody to understand this because this is the truth. I hope we're paying attention to what's happening right now. I just seen a post online where it said that I think Amazon was planning on letting go of like 60,000 employees over the next couple of years. Starbucks to close 439 stores this year. Rite Aid. Like, let me know. Do you see a bunch of these businesses closing down? We're looking at
Hmm.
the government shutdown and they haven't figured out what's going on yet. Food stamps about to about to run out.
Crazy.
This is the truth. We have to do for self, meaning you have to go out there and build a business, get a skill set, know how to manage your money. Because if you do not do that, you're gonna end up at the bottom. Because everything is two-sided, right? Everything is two-sided. During this time, you're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna lose. That's the truth. But the other part is going to be a lot of people that win. So
Hmm.
you got to ask yourself, do you want to be on the winning side? And being on the winning side means you have to invest in yourself to be around the winners. You have to be in the environment. You got to be around people that's actually understanding, okay, look, like Boone just said, get with this lender because he can save you money. All right, look, we're going to put this in insurance because it's protected and we can leverage it. You need people around you that has the experience and has the information of you get there. So don't talk yourself out of it. It's not a coincidence that you're on this class right now. Matter of fact, let me ask this question. Where did you find us from? Put it in the chat. Like, what was it? Facebook, Instagram, a podcast, or referral? Like, where did you find us from? I just want to really put this in perspective. It said Facebook. What else? A friend, text. I want you to understand that it's not a coincidence that you're here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're on this call right now because you're looking for a way to increase your income. You're looking for a way to be able to help your family get a last place. You're looking for a way so that you can change your finances. Correct me if I'm wrong. You wouldn't be
Hmm.
on this call right now if you wasn't looking for a way to actually build up your finances or become a better individual. So if you're here right now, don't talk yourself out of the opportunity. It's only $297. You could put it on a
Hmm.
credit card. You could do a payment plan. If you got to call somebody up to borrow the money, do what you need to do. Because the truth is, my mentor told me this. He said, look, Mogul, there's no such thing as I can't afford it. There's only a such thing as it's not important enough to me to figure it out. Like, just let me know if I'm lying. When we know it's something that is important to us, nobody could talk us out of it. When we know it's something that we truly care about, nobody can stop us from getting it done. So I want you to have that in your mind and know you joined here on this free class, and the value that we gave you is 10 times what you invested. And that's how we're gonna keep this train going. I want to show y'all something really quick, and I'm gonna pass it back to you, Boom, because somebody asked in the chat.
Also, team, if you drop the link too, somebody just asked.
Somebody asked in the chat, if I'm over 60 and I don't have a 401k or profits, and I want you to add to this too, Boom, once I'm done. Because yes, we talking about 401ks. Yes, we talking about HELOCs and insurance and properties, but we're just giving you multiple scenarios. It doesn't matter what your background is. I don't care if you just came home from jail. I don't care if you've been working at this business for 30 years. I don't care if you've been literally just came home from college. No matter what your background, no matter what your financial situation is, we have a system that works. Now, I'm not saying that this system is going to happen overnight. I'll be lying to you if I tell you that overnight, but the system works when you work it. So you have
Mhm.
more than enough with what you have. We want to show you how you can make the most out of what you have. So I'm going to just share my Telegram really, really quick and show you one of my students probably about a month ago, right? A month ago, she sent me this message, right? Where is that? Where is that? Right here. So she sent me a message. She said, hey Ramel, guess who just closed on the business? She said she just closed on the business, blah, blah, blah. She closed on a 51 unit salon suite. 51
Mm,
units. Here go the other thing. I asked her what was the purchase price? 1.5 million, and the net cash flow every single month is $20,000, y'all.
mm,
I asked her again, well, how did you do it? She brought in two partners and she took 45% and she gave them 55% to split, but they came up with the money and she's operating it. So
mm.
you don't have to have the money. You just need to have the skills in the system. If you know how to go find a business, let me put it together, bring you in as a partner. Bring you in as a partner. You got the money, you got the credit, and I structure it. Let me know if you okay with getting 45% of a $1.5 million business. You ain't putting no money out. You bought partners. Let me know. Boom, absolutely. This is what we do day in and day out. And I'm gonna pass it to you, Boom. But I want to just bring this point home. If you are on the fence and you are talking yourself out of the opportunity because you think you don't have enough, you have enough money, you need to have enough belief. That's really what this is. If you have enough belief, you make the investment, and then you let us show you the blueprint from there. And then you just got to stay close to the fire because it won't be your first investment. It's going to be multiple investments you're going to make because that's how this journey goes.
That's good. That's good. And team, can you drop the link one more time? One thing I want to add in this, right? And I,
Yeah.
I believe this 1000%. It's something I do every single day is do something today that your future self is going to thank you for. And make sure you don't do something today that your future self is going to regret.
Mm.
Says do something today that your future self is going to thank you for, and don't do something today that your future self is going to regret. So, with that being said, how many people understand and agree that Facebook is $1 billion business? How many people are on the fence? I mean, not on the fence. How many people understand that Facebook is $1 billion business? Bert, congratulations. So everybody understands that it's clear as day. Facebook is $1 billion company. We all know that. Everybody is clear as day. But did you know that, right? For those that don't know, those don't understand this, right? That Mark Zuckerberg literally, when he went and put this thing together, he asked five of his roommates to go ahead and be a part of this when he first got started. These are individuals he asked and put the idea out there and said, yo, listen, let's go ahead and put this company together. Let's put this business together. Let's go ahead and put this thing together, Facebook, right? Now, think about this. For the individuals that got this word that did not be a part of this, think about the individuals in this room and they said, look, listen, I'm not going to be a part of this. Think about the individuals that did go ahead and move forward and did think about it going to be a part of it and just move forward on it. Whether they are a part of it to this day or not, they made some type of investment from the day they started to the day they exited. So what I want to guys, you ought to understand, and I want you guys to think about this. Don't be in the room where we're talking about wealth. We're talking about this could be your next Facebook. This could be your next big opportunity. It may not be $1 billion play, but this may be 1 million. This may be 500,000. This may be 100,000. And you look back like, dang, I really was on a call around Mount Boone. They was talking about something $297, and I just next year it out.
Mm.
Think about
Mm.
that. Like,
Mm.
just real quick, do you guys hear what I'm saying? Like, think about they were in Harvard talking about a company that ended up turning into $1 billion thing.
Mm.
Don't be the individual that's sitting on here where we're talking about, and this is on top of that. They were talking about something that wasn't even built yet. We're
Wow.
talking about something we already done. We already got the proof. We already got the receipts. We
Wow.
already got the strategy that we showed you guys. So don't do something today where now next year you're gonna be like, man, let me figure out this whole real estate thing. Yo, Mo, let me in the DMs. Yo, you think I can tap in? Yo, listen, we don't teach anymore. Yo, boom, yo,
Mm.
can I? Hey, look, listen, that was our last mentorship we had. No, but I'm ready now. I'm trying to put this thing together. Hey, look, listen, doors are closed.
Mm-hmm.
Mo, I'm trying to buy the business. I want the 50 units, 50 salon suite. Hey, look, listen, 2025 was our last year doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Steve Jobs and Apple. We at some point we gotta stop next yearing ourselves out.
Mm. Mm.
You're literally next yearing yourself right out the door. So at some
Mm.
point you gotta, you know what? I did the same thing last year. I'm not gonna do that this time.
Mm.
So again, team, you dropped the link. If you guys just got your spot, comment I'm in. But I need
Oh.
you guys to start making some decisions now. Now stands for no opportunity wasted. Don't go ahead and start delaying things to where now it starts delaying your bank account. We're not
Mm.
doing this no more. Start making these things happen now. Again, Jazz, congratulations. Can't stay poor, passing over opportunity repeatedly. That's a fact. That's a huge fact.
You know what somebody said on the last call, and it was
Uh-huh.
powerful. It was like ask yourself, are you worth $297?
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
was
yeah.
crazy, right? And I
Oh
want to
yeah.
ask him that. Let us know in the chat, are
Oh
you worth
yeah.
$297? That's really what it boils down to. If you believe that you're worth that amount, you should be more than willing to invest to get more. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I love what you said, bro, about just next year, next opportunity. And I want to break this down because I learned this from a mentor of mine. He said, tomorrow is just an arrogant assumption. See, we got the audacity to think that we just gonna have tomorrow. Like we just
That's
entitled
good.
to think that tomorrow is gonna be there, right? So when we have this entitlement of thinking that tomorrow is gonna come, we start to wait on these opportunities. And wait stands for what am I thinking? So I want you to challenge yourself. If you have not invested, what is on your mind? What's that thing that's holding you back? Matter, and let me know in the chat. I want you to let me know. What are you thinking? What's holding you back? Because for Boone and myself and Joy, we know that this is how we operate. See, a lot of times we focus on lack instead of focusing on the light. So instead of when I'm making an investment in some type of opportunity, I'm not focused on if it don't go right. I'm focused on if it did go right, what did it look like? I'm not focused on, oh man, this don't make sense. I'm focused on the parts of it that didn't make sense. See, when
Hmm.
we focus on the things that don't serve us. And whatever we think about the most, we become. Whatever you think about the most, that's what your life is. So I want y'all to understand that the reason why we're here in front of you, and we're not gonna act like we're no bigger than anybody here because we all individuals. We just want you to see yourself in us. We invest in mentorship. And I remember when I was coming up and I needed somebody to invest in mentorship. I tell you this though, Boone, and you know this, it wasn't $297. I
No,
could tell it wasn't
no.
$5,000 for my very first mentorship, and this is back in 2016. And then 25,000, 50,000, the numbers go up. But the first time I invested in myself and I got a return, I felt so good. And I kept investing. But the truth is, a lot of us, we got people around us, we call them dream killers. Because some of y'all on this call right now, you probably gonna text your husband, you text your wife or your best friend, and you gonna try to say, hey, look, I've been on this class with these two young guys, and they breaking down these strategies, they're gonna tell you it's a scam. They still confused about money. They're gonna try to talk you out of it. It be the closest people to you that try to talk you out of the opportunity and put their fears and opinions on you because they don't understand it. Well, you're not supposed to understand it because if it made sense to you, you understood it, you would already be doing it. I know I don't know. A wise man knows he knows nothing. When I walk into the room, I don't want to be the smartest one in the room. If I'm the smartest one in the room, I got to get out of there and get to a new room.
That's not the
I'm
room.
capped. I got a ceiling. We want to break that ceiling. So I want you to keep this to your chest. This is what I would challenge everybody to do. Invest in yourself. Get in a room of other people that you don't got to convince to go work. I don't got to convince Boone to work. He don't got to convince me. We know what we need to do. Get around people that we're curating this environment. Keep it to yourself, and then you worked in silence and let your success make noise. So when you come
Mhm.
out next year and you bought that property and you getting this cash flow and you got your insurance policy, it's a different conversation.
Mhm.
That's every time we need to be on. So it's 8:30. It's 8:31. So we about to wrap this thing up. I think we good. I think we hit all our spots. Did we hit all our spots, team? Let us know.
Let us know. And then if you somebody on here that's look, I want to go ahead and join in, but I did not get in yet. Comment, I didn't yet. Just put I didn't yet. So we can make sure everything is clear. But yo, bro, I really enjoy what we doing for multiple different reasons. One, because we're just the face to show that, two men, doesn't even say two men, just two people in general under 40 can go ahead and make real wealth, make real money, and put things together. Because for me, right, what really got me was, when we first get started, we know, people is making money or wealthy people, they're 40, 50, 60. Like we all know, like the old head that's already making some money, old head that's already doing this. But when I first seen somebody that was like 30 something that was really doing it, that's the person that got me. It's like, dang, like I can actually see myself in them. We all know somebody that's older that's doing it, that's doing anything. We all know that. But when you see somebody that's like, dang, he's 30 something, he's 30, he's 20 something, he's 35, and he's really doing his thing, or she's really doing her thing. That's the one that got me. It's like,
Mm,
okay, this is actually possible soon.
mm,
Everything is possible long, but when it's possible soon, that's when it's like, okay, this makes sense. Let me go and do
mm,
this. This is proof of concept. Everybody put proof in the chat. This is proof of concept. So this is what I want you guys to go ahead and understand. What we doing is not just something we doing, it's proof of concept. I showed you guys the houses. I showed you guys the paperwork. He showed you guys the paperwork. He showed you guys the business. Like this is not something that we just doing. This is not just something that we talking about. This is stuff that we actually real time, real deal actually make something happen. So I can't wait to build with you guys. I can't wait to show you guys. I can't wait to really put you guys in the rooms virtually and physically where you can go start doing the same thing that we doing. And I pray that you guys do more than all of us.
mm-hmm.
I pray you guys go way, way past us. So again, I appreciate you guys. If you guys need 2 more minutes to go and get your spot, just put 2 minutes. And if not, we're gonna close this out. I'm gonna say this again. If you guys need 2 more minutes to get your spot, just comment 2 minutes. And if not, we're gonna close this up. I believe this was an amazing night. We told you guys we're gonna give you guys 90 minutes. We gave you guys the 90 minutes. I'm 70 and still trying to do more. I love that. And
Mm,
70 and still trying to do more.
mm.
There's no reason. There's no reason at all. There's no reason
I,
at all.
I want to shout Sharon out, like because that's so powerful. Because you 70 and you still doing more, and a lot of
Mhm.
people they get discouraged and like life beats you up, and then they just stop the motivation, right? But for you, somebody that's 70 years old, I'm 99% sure that you're still moving because you know it's bigger than you. I'm pretty sure you probably have children and you have grandkids. Like that's what's gonna be most satisfying, knowing that in the later years of your life, you're gonna actually be proud to say, look, I'm able to build something for my family. I'm able to make sure I'm passing down assets.
Mhm.
I'm able to make sure that I'm part of breaking the curse because every single generation breaks down another door for the next generation. That's all it's about. We just got to keep knocking down doors. We just got to keep breaking down barriers and keep moving. But it starts with one person. Every family, it starts with one person to build wealth. That's all it takes. So I don't care how old you are. Let me actually show this really quick, and then we gonna really jump out of here because we want to be very mindful. But again, when you and this is full transparency. I seen somebody ask about our high ticket program a little earlier. You have to go through this, just being completely transparent, right? We do have a high ticket program. There will be things that you could get with us on another level, but that's closed right now. We're only focusing on really making this accessible because we've noticed that a lot of people have real money, but they just don't know what to do with it. So what we're
That's a
doing is
fact.
taking these far-fetched complex terms and insurance and how does real estate work. We want to make it very accessible for the everyday person and get you some wins. And at that point, you qualify for anything further. We'll have that conversation. But for those of you, just to give you this example, another like photo like I show you. So this is actually today, right? You can see this. This is actually today. This is Angela, one of our students, right? And she's taking a picture because she's actually one of our partners in this self-storage facility. So some of the things that we do when we buy businesses, it don't need to be you by yourself. We bring in partners, and guess what? Who's our partners? Our mentees, our students. So these are individuals that's up in their 60s and their 70s, and they joining in, they pulling up, and they making their money, they getting their cash flow. So don't count yourself out. That's why me and Boone and Joy is doing this. It's bigger than money. Yes, yes, we go like this. It's no secret. Yeah, we're gonna make money, but it's really about the impact. Let me ask you this question: would you give me and Boone $1 million if we said we's gonna give you back 5 million? Just let me know. This. If I say, look, give
We
us
got
a
a
million,
wire.
we're gonna give you back five. Keith said, of course. Catherine said, oh,
We
absolutely.
got a wire.
That's how we got to think of this 297. You invest in 297, we're gonna give you back 10,000 off of
You
the
got that
information
back
and the
today
resources.
already.
Like
You got that back today
is
already.
let me show them one more thing, right? For those of you that do join in the community, this is how fast you can get your money back. And we was speeding through this Boom because we had so much information that I just kind of skipped past this stuff. But those of you that do join the community, join in and you get the community as a bonus, you can literally apply for a credit builder account, alignment credit, and you can get up to $2,500 no credit check tonight. Like that's how fast you'll be able to get your money back. So you invest
Crazy.
297, no credit check. Now you make sure that you got no overdrafts and your bank account is good, but you can get up to $2,500 and you see it right here in real time. There's a lot of things that's going on online. We're showing you can't fake this. You couldn't make it up. So tonight you join in. You're gonna get this as a bonus, and then you'll be in position to get your money back at the very minimum times two or three. So again, I'm just passing. I'm done, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm so excited. I want to work with the people that's able to really get what's on the other side. But I don't think there's anything else to say. And I want to say this. I don't want anybody to think we're not selling you. I'm telling you. I'm literally telling you
Mm-hmm.
that this mentorship week is the last mentorship that you're gonna ever need. I'm telling you that this is not just another program. This is not just another challenge. This is not just another seminar. This is not that. This is the program because we've done this for so long and we know what the problem is. And most people have something, they don't know how to make the most of what they have. And that's why we bring all of these resources together to really jumpstart and get you going for 2026, y'all. So, Boone, if you got anything, you can drop it and then, we can close this thing out.
No, nothing I want to add. Like I said, it just makes sense. It just makes 100% sense. And I'm the type of guy when if it makes sense, then it makes sense. So I'm on
Mm,
it. It's nothing else to talk about. It's nothing for me to go ahead and go back and forth because delayed is just going to delay. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you actually locking in and doing what you need to do. If it makes sense, then it makes sense, and you do what you need to do. There's nothing else to talk about. But you had to ask yourself, and that's why I asked you guys some three questions before we even drop the link. Are you 100% ready? Because we know that this works. We know that you can build wealth. We know that you can make money. We all know that we both are doing this. That's why you guys are on here right now. It's not the fact that if we're qualified to do that, it's if you're qualified to actually start.
mm.
And I know for a fact that you're qualified. He knows the fact you're qualified, but it all comes in to you and you believing in you that I can go ahead and do that. Let's start removing some things. The reason why you guys are on here right now is because you know we're qualified. You wouldn't have got on here if you thought different.
Facts.
I'm just being honest. Put wrong in the chat if I'm wrong. You would not be on here and drop the link again, team. Somebody said they missed it. Put wrong in the chat. If I'm wrong, I highly doubt you would even be on here and sit on here for an hour and a half if you thought we wasn't qualified. And I honestly don't think you guys would be on here for an hour and a half if you didn't even have the slightest belief that you can do this. But
Mm-hmm.
what I need you to do is turn this slight to 100%. I don't
Mm.
have slight. I need you to have 100% confidence because I know that you guys can do this, but I need you to put 100% in the chat if you guys know, okay, look, let me turn this up. I mean, just not be slightly convinced in myself. It's not convincing us. You guys know we can do it, but I need you to be 100% convincing yourself that, you know what, I can go and do this. So again, I'm going to go ahead and get with you guys later. For the people that are joined in, I see you guys on Friday on our Financial Fridays where we're going to have the financial advisor bill with every single one of you guys that are part of the program. But let's go and get it, y'all. I'm going to close this up. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Can't wait to build again.
Um,
Team, like one more time.
yeah, and
But
also, team, can you drop the email? So some people that's trying to pay and they having some error, or if your card, something wrong with your card, and you need to reach out, or whatever the case may be, we're gonna drop the email for the support. So team, can you drop that? And then I also got some freebies, right? Just to be a man of my word, I told you I was gonna give y'all some freebies. So what I'm gonna do, for everybody that stayed to the very end, I'm gonna give you a few things. I'm gonna give you my perfect LLC ebook that's in the chat right there. I'm dropping
mm,
that. This is going to help you structure your business so that you can be compliant to go get funded. These are some of the things that we're going to talk about during the actual accelerated mentorship week. Not only that, I'm going to give you my business acquisition workbook so you can learn how to really just kind of start learning about business acquisitions and all of this cool stuff. Because like this, Boone and Boone know this, right? This is really the best we can give you with the time that we had. It's really 100 times more information that we really could give you, but in the interest of time, we just doing the best that we can. That's why we want to spend this mentorship week with you. That's why we want to be able to have Q&A, an hour session where we can really answer your questions and see your face and really understand your circumstances. But prior to that, we're gonna make sure you have every single resource possible that we can give you. So I'm just kind of giving you that, to make sure I follow through on my word. And that's it, bro. So we are out of here. We're gonna close this thing up, bro. I'll talk to you after. And everybody else, we see
Rashida,
y'all
let's get
guys.
it. Congrats.